Does anybody have Antonio's address? That man deserves a gift basket from us. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome into Tuesday edition here of Winning Bets. We're giving out free sports picks each and every single day. I'm your guy, Jason Mattis, as always. We are profitable on Monday. We get to ring the cash register day, starting off with money up in your pocket. That's what I'm talking about. Let's recap it and see how it went down yesterday. We went 2-2 and plus 1.28 units. That's what I'm talking about right there. Nice start to the week, putting some money up in your pocket. How did it go down? West Ham on that draw no bet. Yeah, that was a no-brainer right there. And even before that red card, it looked like that bet was going to cash. They were up 1-0. They were really controlling that game. Leicester really wasn't able to do that much. That game went exactly pretty much how I thought. West Ham at home. They're really tough to break down, and they have more offensively than Leicester. The score gets skewed there a little bit with that red card, but as I said, leading up to that red card, watching that entire game, West Ham was fully in control. So got West Ham on that draw no bet. That was certainly a good bet for us right there. And then Antonio had 2 shots on target, or 2 plus. He came through right there before he started putting balls in the back of the net. He was shooting and getting shots on target. A little bit of frustrating watching that because he gave up some opportunities in the first half with some errant shots and some bad passes when I thought he could have kept it and take some shots. But in the second half, he got on his shooter boots and he was motivated to get some goals. And again, that's exactly what he did up until that point, taking shots on target. And then he banged 2 goals right there. 2 goals right there. The third one, I believe it was, where it was a nice turn right there inside the box. That one was really nice right there. Maybe that was a 3rd or 4th goal, but either way, Antonio showed up, leading the line. If you're already wondering if we're going to place that bet next game, you can bet your butt we are. If that number comes in anywhere near that, guys, that is a steal. That's the number 9 on any team that leads the line. Only 2 shots on target? Are you kidding me? Well, look for that one. That was a nice steal for us yesterday. We'll look to see if they get that same bet next week. I believe they're playing Crystal Palace, which Crystal Palace, they should absolutely dominate. We'll talk about that later on in the week, but don't be surprised if we play Antonio 2+ shots on target again in the next match day right there. So, yeah, just a good, fantastic day. The losing parts of the day, though, was Eovaldi, the winning pitcher. Well, it still makes me a little bit sick to my stomach. And if you're a little bit sick to your stomach this morning as well, I fully understand. With a 3-1 lead going in the top of the 9th inning, and then Barnes, who's been really good all season, just let the lead blow away, and then they ended up winning the game in extra innings. And obviously at that point, Eovaldi's not going to be a winning pitcher, at that point in the game. So that one hurts. You should feel a little sick in your stomach to that one. That one was definitely truly a bad beat right there. So, and then Royals Astros F5 over 4.5. Can't be mad at that bet. I mean, it didn't cash, but boy, was there opportunity. I mean, Royals got 2 singles in the first inning. They got a run in the second, run in the third. They had traffic in the 4th. They had traffic in the 5th. Astros had traffic throughout most of the innings. They had a big third, or a potential for a big 3rd inning, only getting up 1 run. Then they had the opportunity in the bottom of the 5th, runner on 2nd and 3rd. Just needed a base hit and couldn't get it. So the bet didn't cash, but that was a good bet, and I would certainly make that one again because we were right there. Those pitchers got hit as we expected. Just unfortunate we couldn't quite get the timely hitting and go ahead and get a cash. But again, 2-2 and plus 1.28 units. Just a nice, good start to a week. We haven't been... You guys know I'm honest and transparent, probably one of the most honest and transparent guys out here, firing out bets to you guys freely on a daily basis. I don't recall the last time we've been really profitable on a Monday, so feels good. Feels good coming off a losing week and starting off a week profitable. And we hit the free giveaway bet. You guys remember I put the free giveaway bet on Antonio to have 2+ shots on target. That one was at plus 240, folks. Plus 240. I mean, somebody's getting $120. Never given away $120 before in a single swoop. Giving away a lot of money on this show, but not $120 like that in one chunk. So somebody up in here getting $120. And we're going to run that bet back. You know it. You know we're going to run that bet back. I'll tell you right now, we're going to run that bet back. All right, let's see who it is. We've got Joey M. Joey M was the one who got it. You guys know what you got to do, Joey. Yeah, hit me up on Twitter. Drop me your PayPal information, and I'll go ahead and drop you $120. And the free giveaway bet obviously still rolls on, guys. Actually, let's jump on into it. Let's just go right to the bets. Let's go right to the bets. Got the MLB slate. Told you guys yesterday there was a full slate of action today. That's exactly what we got. I believe I've got 5, maybe 6 bets, if I recall correctly. So let's start off the first one. We got a little bit of a parlay. We're going to go ahead and do this Mariners F5 money line Parlay that with Diamondbacks F5 money line at plus 347 over at BetRivers. Both of these, if you get the tie, it's okay because you get a push. So we could fall back just to a single bet right there. But if we fall back to a single bet, the Mariners are at plus 135 and the Diamondbacks are at minus 112. So if this parlay no longer becomes a parlay, it becomes a single bet, you're still getting excellent odds on either one of those outcomes, whichever one's remainable. What do we like about this? Well, I've showed you guys this chart. Let's go ahead and put it up. You got Chris Flexen right there. He's the 9th most profitable F5 pitcher. Backed him on his starts. Guys know I've shown you the start. Then you got JT Brubaker. He's the 5th least profitable F5 pitcher in Major League. So we're going to get we're playing both sides of this chart here in the parlay. We're playing the Mariners, obviously, of Chris Flexen, and the Diamondbacks are going against JT Brubaker. The Mariners, first right-handed pitching since August 8th, are 20th in batting average. The Athletics are 17th, so not a whole hell of a lot worse, but getting by far the better starter there in Flexen over Irvin. Diamondbacks, first right-handed pitching since August 8th, are 5th. They have the 5th best batting average, and keep in mind, they're going up against the 5th least profitable pitcher in F5 money lines. The Pirates, first left-handed pitching since August 8th, are 26th. So this one, you get a big discrepancy. You really got Diamondbacks are really favored here. They got the hitting advantage. They got the pitching advantage. I like this. I dropped it in a parlay just because, A, you get the push option, so it can become a one-legged. But B, it just feels weird. I mean, to be quite honest, it feels weird betting the Diamondbacks versus Pirates series. It feels weird backing the Diamondbacks. We've backed the Diamondbacks, but that's when Merrill Kelly was on the mound, who was just on a really hot streak in his own F5 right. It just feels funny backing the Diamondbacks, so that's why I dropped these in a parlay. And then you got Chris Flexen over the Athletics right there. So take your Mariners F5 money line, Diamondbacks F5 money line at plus 347 over at BetRivers. All right, let's go ahead and move it over now to the Angels versus Orioles over 10.5 runs at minus 110 over PointsBet. You got Bundy on the mound and going up against Watkins. For Watkins, in all 4 starts in August, he's given up 4+ runs in each and every single one. A 5.63 ERA, a 1.55 WHIP, a 291 opponent's batting average, and a 5.6 K per 9. All that means is you're going to get hit, and you're going to get hard each and every start. That's what Watkins does. We know Bundy. Everybody knows Bundy, just really, really bad. His last 2, he hasn't gone 5 innings pitched in either one of those, given up 2 and 3 runs in each of those. His ERA is up over 6. His WHIP's at 1.33, a 254 opponent's batting average, and a 5.2 K per 9. He was a starter, got rocked, went to that bullpen, had a little bit of success. They've now moved him back in that starting role. As he pitches into games 4 or 5 innings, he just starts to get rocked. So I absolutely love that. From a bullpen perspective, what are we expecting here? Well, these teams are 14th and 18th in opponent's batting average since August 8th, 13th and 20th in WHIP, 13th and 29th in FIP, and 17th and 26th in ERA. You can see right there, you got one team basically average, and the other team really towards the back, really towards just the back end of the entire league. So starters aren't all that great, bullpens aren't all that great, offenses. You know, you get the Angels, they're a really good offense. You get the Orioles, you know, you got 6th and 27th in batting average since August 8th. So, and actually, of those 2 teams, it's the Angels that are 27th. I'll take my chances. The Angels up against Watkins and that worst bullpen in the entire major leagues. And then you get the Orioles, who are batting 6th, up against Bundy and a better bullpen, but still about middle of the road. So, yeah, everything in this game just screams runs. From a starter perspective on both teams, from a bullpen perspective from both teams. So, go ahead and take that over. Angels, Orioles up over 10.5 at minus 110 over PointsBet. Next one we're going to do here is we're going to look at this Nationals-Marlins game. I'm going Marlins team total over 3.5 runs at minus 115 over BetRivers. They give you a 20% profit boost. Went ahead and used it right there. That's how I got it down to minus 115. You got Fetty on the mound here. We literally don't need to start talk about him. I don't need to regurgitate the exact same information. You guys remember he was on the mound against the Blue Jays last week. We took the Blue Jays F5 team total. That's when we got that dramatic cash with a walk-off home run there on the top of the 5th. So I'm just not going to give you guys the same information on this guy. It would be regurgitating the same information. We know Fetty. So let's just now talk about this Nationals bullpen. If they don't have 4 runs against Fetty, can they get it against this Nationals bullpen? Well, what have they done since August 8th? Oh, they're only 27th in ERA, 30th in FIP, 26th in WHIP, and 28th in opponent's batting average. So expect them to get a couple runs on Fetty. Expect them to get a couple runs on this bullpen that is just in this current 2-week stretch. Absolutely towards the bottom of the league. So, yeah, give me that Marlins team total over 3.5 runs at minus 115 right there. Let's go ahead now and hit you guys with a couple Nerfies. How about that? Let's do a couple Nerfies. Let's do one on that Tigers-Cardinals game. You can do that one at minus 108 over at BetRivers. You got Flaherty on the mound here for the Cardinals. 13 innings pitched on the season. obviously in the first inning, 1 run, 6 hits, and 12 Ks, so he's been absolutely dominant there in the first inning. You got Mize on the mound here for the Tigers. We know him really, really well. He's one of the profitable F5 moneyline pitchers. In the first inning, he's had 23 starts, 7 runs, 18 hits, 21 Ks, only given up a run once in his last 7 starts, so he's obviously in good form right now. Tigers are 28th in runs per first. Bump that all the way back to 30th on the road, which is where they'll be playing today. Cardinals are 12th in runs per first, but they're at home. You got to bump that back all the way to 22nd when they're a home team. So 2 offenses that aren't getting it done in the first inning, 2 pitchers that are getting it done in the first inning. Tigers, Cardinals, Nerfy, minus 108. This is also the free giveaway bet, guys. This is the one I put an extra $50 on. Tigers, Cardinals, Nerfy at minus 108 is the free giveaway bet as well. All right, let's go ahead and do the other Nerfy I promised you guys. Let's do it in Reds versus Brewers. Nerfy at minus 125 over at DraftKings. This one, obviously, we're just playing up the 2 starters here. You got Burns and Molly, 2 absolutely really good stud pitchers. For Burns, we know him, 21 starts on the season, 8 runs, 19 hits, 27 Ks. Outstanding. Molly, 25 starts, 9 runs, 19 hits, and 32 Ks. So both guys, if they get in any little bit of trouble, they got the strikeout stuff to get them out of it. Both these guys, we know these are top-of-the-line starters for each of their teams. Brewers are lucky because they have multiple top-of-the-line starters, but Burns is certainly one of them. For the Reds, they're 8th in runs scored per first inning. Whoa, back that up to all the way to number 26 when they're on the road, folks, and that's where they'll be playing today as this game is played in Milwaukee. Brewers are 14th in runs scored in the first inning. Back that up all the way to 27th when they're playing at home, and they certainly are because they'll be at their home ballpark. So 2 offenses that aren't getting it done in the first inning when they're at home and on the road. 2 top-line starting pitchers. Give me that Reds Brewers Nerfy at minus 125 over at DraftKings. One more here before we can let you guys go without giving you a dog of the day. Let's do a dog of the day. Let's do that Rays F5 team total over 2.5 runs at plus 105 up over at DraftKings. What do I like about this? This bet has cashed in 6 of their last 7 games. I like that. This bet did cash the last time they were in an NL Park up against the Braves and Charlie Morton. Charlie Morton's a really good starter. I bring that up just because they're in a National League Park, and obviously I'm aware that they don't have the DH. I'm just showing that when they were in an NL Park against the Braves, against a better starter in Charlie Morton, they got an F5 team total to cash. So that's why I bring that up. They're going up against Ranger Suarez here. He gave up 3 runs versus the Diamondbacks in his last start. Hey, that'd be a cash right there because he didn't go more than 5 innings. So if he brings that same performance against the Rays, which who hits the ball better, guys? Rays or Diamondbacks? Obviously the Rays do. They're just a really, really good team. I mean, look what they did coming off against the White Sox. White Sox. Yeah, they're a good team, folks. This guy's a bullpen guy. He's now been turned into a starter. He gets worse as he goes through the rotation more and more times. Let's say he doesn't give up all 3 runs before the 5th inning. They got to revert to this bullpen. Phillies bullpen isn't all good since August 8th. 26th in opponents' batting average, 25th in WHIP, 21st in FIP, and 24th in ERA. He did face these Rays, though, on May 30th. He got 1 out. He got 1 hit and 1 walk in that process, did Ranger Suarez. So he should certainly get hit for a couple. Bullpen, for some reason, if we do get into this bullpen before the 5th inning's over, those bullpen numbers are absolutely terrible. So guys, this is my dog of the day. And if you're ever wondering what my dog of the day record is, and if I'm profitable on those dog of the days, you can always look at my Twitter profile. I've got it pinned up in there, my Twitter profile, so you can see it right up in there. I am profitable. I'm up over 4 units so far on my dog of the days. You know, on dog of the days, you don't get every single advantage. We may not get every single advantage in this matchup, but we get a really good Rays offense. We get just a bet that's been cashing a bunch lately with this Rays team. A really weak starter backed by a really weak bullpen if it gets into the bullpen, before the 5th inning. So I like it. I'll go ahead and take a chance. Rays team total over 2.5 at plus 105 and the dog of the day. Let's go ahead and hit you guys now with that recap. Go ahead and do that Mariners F5 money line parlay with that Diamondbacks F5 money line at plus 347. Both of those are with the tie option, guys, with the tie. So it can become a one-legged single bet if it ends up happening. We got the Angels over Orioles over 10.5 runs at minus 110. We got the Marlins team total over 3.5 runs at minus 115. We got the Tigers Cardinals Nerfy at minus 108, and that is the free giveaway bet. We got the Reds Brewers Nerfy at minus 125. And we got we also got the Rays F5 team total over 2.5 at plus 105 is my dog of the day. And throw in an extra one here, and I'll talk about it on this week's episode of Between the Posts, so I won't go into a bunch of detail right here. But obviously I see Manchester City, and that is actually 1.5. That says Man City minus 1. That's actually a typo. That is minus 1.5 at plus 105. Tweeted that bet out yesterday. I will fix that on the graphic. Yeah, actually, it is fixed on the graphic. I'm talking about it, but I'm going to fix it on the graphic. So it does say Man City minus 1.5, so they got to win by 2. I'll talk about that on this week's episode between the posts, but love Man City smashing Arsenal in the current form of these teams right now. All right, guys, those are the bets today. Go ahead and get them in, guys. Don't miss out on today's profit. Go ahead and get those bets and hit this like button, guys. Let me know you're going to be tailing one of these bets, at least one of these bets, by hitting that like button. That'll let me know. All right, guys, we'll see you back here on Wednesday's show. Count up this profit and do another day. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for watching till the end. I'm Jason Mattis. Any love you can show by giving me a like, a subscription, or a comment, or even just share this video is very much appreciated. And don't forget to turn on your notifications to increase your chances of locking in the same odds as I talked about today. And check out my other great videos in these corners.